to dislike all of this, and I
Uh,
am very displeased by it. And
yeah.
I am being forced to play this by somebody so close to me right now. So,
Hey
so
guys, it's
somebody
Jake,
who should
and
really care about
Deeper
me.
requested me and Madness to play this game,
Who said
but
you?
since
I'm playing it alone. This is bullshit.
I don't
Bullshit.
know, I think we're supposed to be taking turns.
Bullshit.
We're supposed to be taking turns. That
What follow
I
is
mean, I
a
already
couple
played.
of quick messages on how
Hit his
to
tail
get best possible experience. Okay. And you should not be played to win.
instead.
I'm
Force
very
on.
confused. What am I supposed to do then? What is this game about?
Being yourself in the game's world and
Instead,
story.
focus on the. Well, yeah, deeper into this, and I don't like it at all. I don't like this. Do
Yeah,
not
really.
worry about when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. Okay, that doesn't sound good. When you want to leave the game, just choose save and exit. You can do when you use continue to return to where you left off next time you start up the game. Well, that's
Yeah.
how did that that's wonderful.
I didn't do that the first time when I was making a video. I didn't live stream that one.
Too loud.
Yeah. But I live streamed most of my videos so now.
Well, this is gonna be fun, isn't it?
It's gonna be amazing.
The world the world of amnesia is a dangerous place. You are extremely vulnerable. Yes, I know I'm extremely vulnerable in real life too. Except for the part where if somebody tries to attack me, I will murder them on accident. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, and even run if necessary. I'm going to run.
Hide in
I am
confidence.
running. Okay, you know what? You want to share this game? Then every time somebody has to come and get me, I'm gonna give it to you.
Uh, well, I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Um, during the interplay between light and dark are very important to the game, and because this is a vital setup to gamma correctly, uh, use the slider control to below so to do so. Adjust it until the square at the right is barely visible. Also, make sure play in the dark room wearing headphones for best effect. We are in a dark room. It is nighttime. And the headphones, I don't know if that's going to work right now because somebody else is in the room and they have to talk as well.
I think I can still. I think they can still hear me.
Yeah, that looks good. That's normal. Yeah, that'll do well. Oh gosh, that's bright. Yeah, I'm not the best at playing things, so I'm just going to be as me as possible. Even in that's me. Even in Resident Evil
Oh.
6, yeah, it's the chair.
I thought it was a cat. I was like, where's the cat coming from?
It's coming out from underneath that bed. You're left. That's why yeah, that's me.
I'm concerned. Is there a cat inside that?
No,
The
but
cat's
it
just
is
like.
cat printed. Anyways, that is all. Hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of amnesia. No, I'd rather not immerse myself in any part of this. Fictional games.
My thing turned off, so I didn't save when I got so far.
Well, that looks horrifying as hell.
That's your blood, by the way.
Movement. This is movement. I don't like this. Why can't it be this? Or this? Start new game.
Yeah.
Paint options. Let's see. Show subtitles, yes. Show hints, yes. Show death hints. Horrifying. Focus iPhone style decal. Yeah. Simple. I don't know what that means. Commentary. What?
I just checked it. I didn't know what that was before.
I guess. Show effects subtitle. No. F you. Games, graphics. I already got that. Okay, this is run. Whoops. This is run. This is throw. This is interact. This is lean. Menu, inventory.
Oh, there's a throw button. I
rotate.
didn't know what the throw
This
button
is
was.
move.
I just ran into the game.
Yes, this is move. This is look. This is journal. This is crouch. This is jump. This is lantern. You have a lantern?
Yeah, we get a lantern.
That's great. Rose.
Yep.
You just saved my progress.
Alright. So
Oh, time to get
I'll tell you where some things are because I know where they are.
You're kind of cool. That's why I took my headphones off. They can hear you. Starting a game? Yes.
I know, I'm just like, because this game was scary. And I played it in the dark and I was like, oh, no. And I felt something on my back and I was just like, I stopped and I ran into the bathroom and I was like,
I didn't like that.
I don't like that either.
Don't forget. Some things must be forgotten.
Don't forget things.
Shadow hunting me.
Be forgotten.
I must hurry. My name is
Shadow
Daniel.
want me.
I live in
Oh,
London.
I don't like that. No, I don't.
Mayfair.
No. No.
Not yet. Oh, someone's watching. Oh, those things. I don't know why they popped up, but those things popped up. You get, if you listen to that, it talks about the game.
Ooh, hey, scared. I'm so scared. I don't like this. I don't
Madness
like
with
this at
Jake
all.
here,
Oh my gosh.
and we're scared out of our wits. Scares me.
The chair.
Can you use a different chair?
No.
That's gonna spook me even more. And you have it on light functions. Oh wait, go back there. It's the door. Press the R2 to interact.
Oh, I forgot which one is the track.
Hi,
This one?
my name is Thomas Grip, and I'm one of the
I can really hear
co-founders
it.
of Frictional Games.
Then
I
stop
work
talking.
with engine code, gameplay code, design, and many other things for Amnesia. In my commentaries, I will mainly focus on the design behind the different parts of the game. I hope
Can
you'll
you-
enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. Can you?
Yeah. This is horrifying. Ooh, don't like you, buddy. I don't know if you move or not. Ooh, I didn't like that.
The name of this level is Rainy Hall, and it's supposed to be a combination of atmosphere
Wait, go
share
back there,
and
there's something
tutorial
in your
for the
car.
player. We wanted the player to start the game in a slow way so they could settle in and get used to how the game works. Amnesia is not a game with constant action happening all the time,
It's on
and we
the
wanted to
table.
have a constrained map where the player gets used to this. The only thing you need to do is to follow the track and get to the end of the level. Also, following tracks
You
is
can't pick
something
that
that
up.
becomes very useful in later levels,
you can
so
pick
we
that
try
up.
to teach players this from the start.
Using the interact thing when it has the hand.
Oh,
And you could use the D-pad, the arrows to move it around.
I didn't like that either.
I'm just,
This is actually a really cute plant. Do you want to start off with this? I don't know what's going on. Are there any monsters gonna pop up?
there will be one.
Here, I'll let you do it.
Do what?
I'll let you walk around and play with this. That'll be fine. Don't you want to pick up the plant?
Oh, you press L2 to run.
Yeah, pick up the plant.
I don't want that door.
To close.
This is
That's a
what-
tinderbox.
Yep, you use that to light
I
up.
know. Because I clicked on the light and it said you have no tinderboxes and it's not lit. So I assumed that it was not lit because I needed a tinderbox.
There's a phone.
There's two. My blood. What? Why are you going in the direction of the blood?
Because that's where I'm supposed to go.
It is?
There's nowhere else for us to go. We walked all the way over here just to walk all the way back.
None of this looks safe, and I don't like it.
And the wind's gonna be blowing out the candles, so that's why you got these tenders. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Mrs. Chair.
Leave the chair alone.
Mrs. Chair will be with us for a while.
Put the chair down. We need to use our actual hands to run. If you need to take anything.
And since we can't really defend ourselves...
Which sucks.
Oh, Mrs. Chair, I need to borrow you for a second.
Are you gonna break something? Holy shit! Oh my gosh, it's horrifying.
What? Can I not pick that up, please?
Have you tried to pick it up before?
I didn't pick it up the first time I played it. Or the second time.
I don't like this at all.
Oh, it gets worse.
I know it gets worse. It's a creepy cavern.
Okay, here's where it gets really bad.
Ow. How does it get really bad?
Look at this.
What, the way you are moving?
Yeah.
Why is the blood pink?
It gets worse if it's in dark.
Oh my gosh, turn it back around. Oh no, it's still there. Whew. I was about to say, oh my gosh, it moved, it's gone, it's not there anymore.
I don't know why you can't run.
Maybe because they're trying to scare us to death?
The first time I was looking for the run button, I couldn't find it. Yeah, it is not as scary when it's light. I've already been through here, so it doesn't really
Beware
matter.
the darkness. Your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights in the environment using tinder boxes. Search for other resources of light. I don't like
and the
this.
thing is that we can't come back.
Well, F that.
Want to return to the first place you got to?
The
Nope.
other children shoot.
This is one of the first levels that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the archives level, which we will reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow,
I just kept
and
going
the
through
room
here
lying there now was
because
built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on.
I didn't know about this.
In the first story draft,
Being right
Daniel
there.
still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliché, much more fitting.
Oh, you are running. Yeah, I'm just showing you like what you can and can't do.
No, just play the
Hi
game.
there, my name is Visual. I'm mostly a tool programmer, level scripter at times, and perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fictional Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internal meeting, as I am the only non-Swede here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I
Use
will be
square
talking
to
mostly about tools and script. Hope you like it.
activate the thing.
I want to hear
Do you not hear it?
No.
Hi there, my name is Luis Rodel. I'm mostly the tool programmer, level scripter at times, and perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fictional Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internal meeting, as I am the only non-Swede here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I will be talking mostly about tools and scripting. Hope you like it.
What
The
is
editors themselves went through a lot of design changes during the development. Not that many in visual appeal as an internal step, like data structures and handling. This happened mostly because at the beginning we only knew the basic stuff that needed to be in them, and as they grew in features and functionality, they started to kind of fall apart, mostly due to my big lack of previous experience in projects like this. Right now, aloud what the hell still sounds in my head when I look at some parts of the code, but I'm still proud of them. It can also get a bit buggy at times, but hopefully this won't happen again in the future, and I already got some nice ideas for the next iteration of the tool.
Light something.
I mean, there's nothing for me to light.
There was a candle on the table. There was also a candle back there when we were walking.
I mean, there's no
Hello
necessary
everyone,
reason
my name is
to light
Mikael,
something.
and I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Well, that's the
I
shortest.
think we can all feel the story kick-starting as we
19th of
finish the
August,
letter from Daniel.
1839.
The game
I wish I
itself
could
is
ask
just
how much
filled
you
with
remember.
confusion,
Don't be
and I
afraid.
think they're really
Jeez.
doing
What?
the player a service keeping it simple in the beginning. Basically try to take your revenge on Alexander. That is the premise of the game. You don't really need to dive any deeper than that, but hoping that the player will care about the story, they have the entire game in front of them to decide if they think killing Alexander is justified or not.
Killing Alexander?
Did I really have to hold that? Yeah,
You didn't even let me listen.
Alexander is basically the person you have to fight and kill. He's an old man and you're a young person.
Is it justified? I don't think so. I don't think any of this is justified. What the heck happened and why?
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
You need a potion to destroy this, by the way.
This is one of the many hub levels in the game, and this is a design concept that we started out with in Penumbra. The idea is to give the player some freedom on where to go, but at the same time give a clear objective. In this level, the slime obstacle is the thing that the player needs to get past, and all other levels then have things needed to do so. The slime itself is one of the few puzzles left from the initial designs, and the one I'm probably the least proud of. Now that the slime appears all around, it feels a bit forced that you need to have a potion on the slime. Many testers also complained that they wanted other options in getting rid of the slime, like burning it. However, creating a potion is the central theme for this hub, so we had to let it be. I don't think it's that bad, but we probably could have redesigned it if we had time.
The entrance hall was first shown in our first gameplay trailer, and while the layout hasn't changed much, the details certainly have. We build our levels from sets of pieces, in this case, the custom-based set. While the carefully planned set pieces made level building very easy, the levels became very similar, and we had to make special pieces to the levels. Now, 1.5 years later, the special pieces make up about half of the pieces in the custom-based set, and we made changes to incorporate these objects into the earlier levels. An example of this can be seen if you compare the hole in the roof now with the one from the first trailer. The new roof was made in the middle of the project when we built level 9 Back Hall. A special version was made to give the roof hole in the entrance hall more depth and detail.
Why didn't you pick up the lamp?
Scattered throughout the game, you can see some signs written in Latin. The reason for using
I
it
have the
is
lamp.
that it was considered
You
a
picked it up?
language of culture and
Yeah.
science, as most scientific and philosophy authors wrote their works and treatises in it. As we are dealing with a castle dwelled by a pretty smart guy that has been around since the Renaissance period, Latin all around the place was something we should expect. Being the only guy in the team that had a direct contact with Latin, in high school to be more precise, well, it was kind of logical that any translation to be done would have my name on it. Translating stuff into Latin was kind of strange and fantastic to do. At first I had a classic Latin dictionary, so if I had to translate any modern term, I would have to track its etymology down to the Latin equivalent, or look for a synonym or similar expression that had a direct translation. Then I had the luck to come across some dictionary for modern stuff online that addressed most of this stuff for a huge lot of terms, so it couldn't have come in a better time. Some days I would have Sebastian dropping a list of 9 or so entries to be translated, and before finding this dictionary, it was quite a lot of work. On a side note, we even had a choose your Latin poll on a couple entries, just to pick the one that sounded better for everyone. Results were pretty unanimous, by the way. For some final words on this, I must confess that, while I was pretty good at this in high school, that was like 15 years ago, so right now I'm not 100% sure translations are correct at all, but I took the time to make them at least plausible, so my apologies go in advance to any Latin guru out there playing the game, as I myself get on the verge of losing my temper when I see stuff like this obviously made up. If you haven't followed our development blog back when it started, you might have missed one of the biggest changes in our production pipeline. 2 years back, we started a toolset side project to ease and speed up the creation of content for the game. I'd say the level editor, which is what we, or more specifically James, Mark and Marcus, have used to build all the halls and corridors you are walking through right now, is the big start of the pack. Its workings in a nutshell, while all the models and assets are actually made in software like Maya or Blender, everything geometry-wise in the levels is put together in it. Then lighting and sweet details like decals and fog are added in. While this approach might sound simple, really nice stuff can come out from it, as you can see in the game.
Where's your lamp?
Oh, I pressed square. Whatever you do, don't touch that because it will hurt you.
Did you pick up the lamp?
Yeah, I have the lamp. I'm just not using it.
I know you're not using it. It's not the thing. So I want to know if you need it. That's a lamp?
Mm-hmm. That's how much oil we have in the lamp right now. Not much. We're gonna see some pretty gruesome things, so. It's not that dark anymore, so.
Who knocked the hinges off that door?
Ask Alexander.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. Later that evening, tomorrow.
Okay. If you guys go to my channel, of course you guys can just read it because I left it for long enough so you guys could.
I'm a fast, I'm a fast-paced person.
Well, you don't want to miss any of this stuff.
finish this little overview of our tools, I must mention the material editor, available both standalone and built into the other editors. The program itself is very simple to use. You have some material types defined by the engine, and you can throw in textures to be used for diffuse, normal maps, height maps, as well as some variables to control specific parameters for a material type. When I was writing it, I could just stare while the preview model rotated around itself and the parallax mapping effect was on when testing, just for fun.
Today, I was
I feel like this is a puzzle. Like, book. And I look at this and I'm like, that's so less.
Can you go back to the other one? Go back to the bookcase! Did you just let out a spirit?
Which one?
You passed the bookcase again. Go to the bookcase. I'll look back up there. No, up. Oh, down. Dad! Okay.
Do we listen to this? I feel like, oh yeah.
No, we didn't.
Another piece of the toolset is the model editor, used to create the entities you are interacting with while playing. Basically, we take a model and set a defined variable. We can also attach sub-entities to them, like lights, particle systems. When an entity is finally set up, it is ready to be placed in a level using the level editor. Examples of entities here are doors, lamps, most furniture, critters.
I don't like that sound.
When I started writing, I had only outlined the framework for the story and the first few levels in the game design document, so I ended up finalizing a lot of material for the first levels, and then when those were done, we planned out the last 2/3 or so. This had a funny effect since I had to not only cater to the story, but to stay true to the stuff I had written for the first levels. Usually you can go back and forth while writing and change things, but if you have already recorded voices, you really shouldn't because of the costs. So the first text really shaped the rest of the material in an interesting way, and made them matter in a way I hadn't thought about. I really like how this thickens the story elements, as I am able to jump back into the material and keep using and reinforcing certain concepts. Agrippa is of course the most extreme effect of this method, which grew from a small reference to becoming one of the most important characters in the game.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Are we, like, built on a mountainside? Well, is this built, like, on a mountainside? Because, probably be caving in.
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Because that makes total sense.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay. Something doesn't like that. Oh boy. Why are you running after it?
Okay, so it's time for us to go. Better run, 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 because something's gonna hurt.
Please stick around.
He does not have backstories.
But he apparently loves to grab bags. I told you.
Stay in the light so you don't get captured. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Is also a fine part of the tool bundle, and it is what we use to create particle effects for maps and events. We use particles to do nice effects like the flames in torches and the smoke that comes out from them. All we have to do is add one or more particle emitters, set up some parameters like starting position and speed, on all sorts of savings in size, color or speed. It's funny how you can simulate all kinds of effects with such simple elements. I very much recommend you to try it yourself.
In early concepts, this was meant to be a sort of wine testing room and directly connected to the wine cellar. The reason for the whole wine testing thingy was that we planned on having more laboratories in later levels, so a lab here as well felt kind of strange. Then things changed and only one lab was left in the design, so we changed the name to laboratory instead. The whole wine testing facility that could make dangerous acid always felt kind of strange anyways.
Illuminati confirmed.
One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I am better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, only where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return.
The figure, the Bluish Knight.
I was done. The men said the tomb had been revealed.
You like wine cellars? Well, we got a key for one.
I do enjoy wine. And flossing trickled from the crumbled stone ceiling and pushed down one side, bracing himself as the cat suddenly shifted and settled.
I'm just hoping that's our character right there.
Why?
Because if that's not our character, then there's someone else here.
Then there's more reason to worry.
A major design guideline for us was to give each level a unique theme, something that all puzzles, events, and the general atmosphere was built upon. This makes each level a little piece of the story and theme at large, and also gives them focus so the player is not distracted with too much information. The theme in this level is the strange creatures that lurk in the castle. The player first spots them momentarily in archives, so now is the perfect place to build some fear. There is never any real threat in this level, but it's much darker than any before, and there's a constant pressure with boards creaking in the light. The flashbacks also give hints of where the strange creatures come from, making all events focus on the level's central theme.
Why would you go near pounding on the door? Look at all this.
What's happening? Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh. My God, Wilhelm, do something! Except we're not getting out of here alive. How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Huh? That one badge, and there's something on the other side of the store. Yeah, it went bleeding in here. Disappeared. That's not creepy at all.
As it feeds on our fear, he sat down by the
No.
fence, gasping for air, sweating from his forehead and into the sand veils round.
No, if I did everything right, this thing should turn into the goo. Okay, I missed something else.
What?
This is supposed to turn into goo.
Hmm?
That's supposed to turn into goo.
What?
The area I just came from, the wine cellar.
Oh.
It gets goo on it.
It became impossible to avoid the commotion in the streets, begging for his attention as he opened the shutters and the French soldiers began to fire. One or two young men fighting back, their voices are silenced in the haze of gunfire. It was messy.
Wait, what did I miss? Oh wait, yeah. I didn't go into here.
Oh, it's red. Don't like that.
You really shouldn't. A boulder comes out of nowhere and hits something, and then da-da-da, we get hit by a barrel.
By a barrel? So they're evil.
No wonder PewDiePie said something about the barrels. Darn it, barrels! Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he had this game. That's where he got it from. I didn't see the first episode he played.
Move, Boulder.
But I did see him play this game. He did not like it. Can you? Thank you. I am weakened. There is blood that was far away from me, so I'm assuming. Is this my blood?
That looks like your blood.
Oh, and there's this blood right there. Okay,
Unless
so.
it's somebody else's blood, because yours was light pink, I believe.
It should be. I mean, there's this vial.
I said, well, I'll finally arrange to take them across the Mediterranean Sea developer. Having reached British territory, though, it's just a matter of measuring the cabin of the source and heading for London.
Oh, yep, here it goes. No. But what am I supposed to do? I have all this stuff and I can't mix it. Like, I've tried to mix it.
You can move it. What the hell? This chemical needs to be mixed first.
A pot of concentrate mixtures of all sorts. Do I use that on that? I think I already tried. So I'm gonna give it another shot. A sample is not needed. Wait, what? That's to take samples, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to this thing again.
This is one of the many hub levels in the game. And this is a design concept that we started out with in Penumbra. The idea is to give the player some freedom on where to go, but at the same time give a clear objective. In this level, the slime obstacle is a thing that the player needs to get past, and all other levels then have things needed to do so. The slime itself is one of the few puzzles left from the initial designs, and the one I'm probably the least proud of. Now that slime appears all around, it feels a bit forced that you need to have a potion on the slime. Many testers also complained that they wanted other options in getting rid of the slime, like burning it. However, creating a potion is the central theme for these hubs, so we had to let it be. I don't think it's that bad, but we probably could have redesigned it if we had time.
Okay, so he was actually not helpful.
Do we have anything in our journal about it?
Journal notes. Daniel's note to self. Winston's
I have to contact again, the closing blood. Local folklore, chemical relocation. Early count. Okay. The lack of the to the property vent the furnace. The fumes from most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my least stable ingredients in the storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and can be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Early alchemy experiment. This is my third attempt at produce artificial ballet. The former compounds lacked the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calmine and or payment are given, and the culprit binds them well. This time I will send Aqua Media instead of Aqua 14 in hopes that it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put any use except for a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find the alchemic solution for predicament. I think that's what we're looking for. Because it says it's highly acidic. So wouldn't that be the best thing to get rid of the slime? What is that green thing? Okay. That, I think it said. That one. Can't use it that way, but I'm saying like that is something that he said. That one was one of them. Instead of Hora. I think he also said that one. What's the next one? That one. And what's the one before that one? If we go back to the notes, then we'll see exactly what we need. Can we go anywhere else looking for it?
Makes you think, is there really someone behind you? The answer to that? Probably.
Looking at every door.
And this is where I got stuck. I could not
For the life of
find a single thing that would get rid of that thing so I can continue. I mean, I passed down there, I passed over there. I searched everywhere in there.
Why don't we have a weapon? A thing to pry things up with.
Because you're not allowed to have a weapon.
I mean, like, you know, a tool.
I don't know. Don't he give you a lantern? And matches.
Could it just be hiding somewhere?
If it's hiding somewhere, it's pretty well hidden.
Is that a hold down? No, turn. Oh, okay.
This is kind of like where I rage quit, because I just can't find it.
Let me see. Can't do anything to this painting. Okay. Can I do anything to this? No. About you? I can through this book. Oh! That's not what I meant. I can throw this book into here. And that's what I am going to do. Throw books in here. Whether they like it or not. Is there any other books at a place that I can throw in there? No? Any pages? No? And now you can take this book. Put it there. This book. Whoops. See, this book. Let's see here. Nothing else. Why does this step so fast? This book. Ew, can you leave me alone? Grossest roaches.
You know, I'm literally thinking that we might as well just look it up.
Whee! No, dang it. Whee!
Do you think I should?
No. It's no fun, I guess. Let's see, any other books down here? Did I check this already? Okay, over here. Any books? I see you. Can't hide from me. Okay, slightly. You can slightly hide from me. Okay, I'm gonna step back one more time. Yes. Ha! I got you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is wait. Right here. Jump up here. Do I see anything? No. What? Okay, I forgot the things. Is it? Oh, no.
Great stairs.
Like that. Yes. Yeah, no. Like that. up against it. Okay. It's here. And then gonna have this over here. Oops. And this, like this. You come back here. Whoops. Oh. And we're gonna have this. Dang! Okay, pick that back up. No. Here. Yeah. This. Right there. Okay.
How's the progress going?
Swell. Okay.
Is there anything on the other one?
Here. Okay. Oh, this is a Bible. It's a Bible. It's a Bible. This is okay. Oh, okay. No.
Hello, my name is Mark Nikander. I'm a 3D artist and level creator at Fictional Games. I started out as a helper during Penumbra Overture, and I was finally hired as a full-time artist in the later part of Penumbra Black Plague.
I can pick this. I can throw this. Rocks at that door. Maybe I should try something else to support. No, I thought it was the only board thing. Can't it done it? Can't it done it? I know it won't. I like it. Just turn purple. That didn't do anything. And this is outside, I'm going to guess. I can hear like coyotes and whatnot. Hey, coyotes. Since I don't know what to do, I'm just gonna throw rocks in here now. Those are other things I can pick up. Yeah, I get it, Wind. I have to progress, but I'm not good at that. Maybe I have to die. Okay, I can't pick up that one. I can pick up that one. No, I mean if I could just like pick up this whole chest and break something with it. Because really sticky. You can do a lot with rocks.
If it was real life, you can cause some real damage.
Yeah, if it was real life. Also, if it was real life, that thing running around upstairs would be a person in a costume. Maybe it'd be called, what's it? The rock just went, oh no. It would be called, meddling kids. Even though we're adults. We would drive around in my favorite van. Oh, darn it, rocks. Come on. Back there, so you don't cause no black. There. That's the rocks. Maybe I should die. Misha. It was good to have you with us.
I don't know if you can die until like you meet the monster.
Well, we're gonna go out this way. It was nice talking to you. Bye.
See you guys next time.
Yeah.